It's been a hard week. Welcome to week 16 of my CodeCrew Code School journey. For today's video, I'm going to talk about the material that we covered in class, some general updates, and my portfolio update. So starting with the class material, this was a project week. I generally love project weeks because it's nice to get some continuous days of practice instead of the standard, instruction practice setup. But this project was definitely the hardest project, assignment, anything that we've had so far. So I talked about last week that we were starting a 3 to 4 day project creating a mock Twitter. So users can create an account, log in, they've got a profile image, a header image, and the ability to add tweets, which is an image field, a text field, an image, and the ability to make it private or public. They can view all of their tweets and then edit those tweets on their profile page, or they can view other people's tweets on the homepage. That's the general breakdown of the project. So we started Thursday before this week 16, and we had the Easter weekend, so Friday through Sunday, and then Monday through Wednesday originally of week 16. We actually ended up getting an extra day. The deadline was pushed back to Friday instead of Thursday, which was nice. We got some hard feedback about what we needed to add or improve, and then we were able to give a 5 to 10 minute presentation on Friday, and then we got some feedback from that, and then of course we'll be receiving some grades based on a rubric that was handed out before the project. Hopefully by maybe Monday or Tuesday we'll get that back. So this project for me personally was very frustrating, very complex, and extremely difficult. We're using the MERN stack, which I've been talking about for the last 3 or 4 weeks, which is Mongoose, Express, React, and Node. And the MERN stack, we learned it right after Django, which is a lot simpler. And we created our project just before this using Django, and it was the mock Wikipedia, which I talked about a month or a month and a half ago. So this project posed a lot more challenges and required a lot more time and questions from me, but I am pretty happy with what I came out with. I'll pop a couple images of the final product, but of course I'll be tinkering with this project and trying to work out a lot of the kinks very soon. So now that we've finished our MERN project, kind of the cap to the MERN concept we've been focusing on for the last month, we're going to move on to something new. And we started that on Friday, going over the SQL or the SQL database. We used SQLite in our Django project. And we figured out kind of what a relational database is, because Mongoose or MongoDB is a non-relational database. But we dove a little bit deeper into SQL and how to make queries and just kind of a basic overview of what SQL is and what it can do. So moving on to just some general updates. We've been having soft skill or essential skill Wednesdays for a month now, I think. And this Wednesday we were able to meet with a mentor, so either a software engineer or developer or someone that's kind of adjacent to that field. And we were actually able to talk about our projects. So initially it was due on Thursday, which meant that Wednesday you should be at 80 to 90%, well probably 90% completion. So it was nice to get some feedback from people who had no idea what the project was, and in some cases couldn't get into the nitty-gritty of it, and you were kind of forced to explain it in a really accessible way. And I think that was a really good exercise in talking to either clients or employers or coworkers or whoever you're gonna have to explain your code to with confidence and being able to answer questions and things like that. So that was really fun. And we also did a little bit more work on our resumes and LinkedIn profiles. So the last thing I want to talk about is the portfolio update. I added the mock Twitter project to my portfolio along with a case study page or a details page, essentially, which I talked about like a video or two ago. And right now, the projects that are relying on a database, so mock Twitter and mock Wikipedia, aren't like live sites. You know, I can't direct you to my mock Twitter from my portfolio because it's not deployed anywhere. Unlike the static projects like my tic-tac-toe game and my Seek Hide game, where I just deployed those using GitHub pages. It was really easy. So hopefully, I think next week we're supposed to be able to figure out how we can deploy our more complex projects so that when you view the profile, you can actually view the site, you know, of mock Twitter or of mock Wikipedia from the portfolio. So that should be a great, you know, addition to the portfolio. But for now, I just added it to the projects page and typed up a details page with some screenshots and more information and challenges and successes and things like that. And I think that's all that I have for this week. As always, you know, I will keep you guys updated.